The 10-year dream started while Lucas Onyango was still a player with the national sevens rugby team. It was still amateur, with no sponsorship, and in his own words, they played hard to earn that ticket to go on tour. The journey had its ups and downs, from changing clubs to combining study and play, and of course, the hazards of the trade.
I've had a lot of highs and lows, you know. I've had injuries came through, you know, when I first came to the country, trying to get a club. Everything has been a struggle. I wouldn't want anybody to think that anything just comes easy.
Despite all the years in England, Lucas has not lost his Kenyan touch. He speaks a lot of Swahili and loves to cook ugali, being his favorite food. In his first rugby stint in England, he trained with London Welsh, but laws did not allow him to play.
I was training there, but at that same time I was going to Kenya to play in the RB7s because I couldn't get contracted here. So the club was Manchester Rugby Club. That's just down the corner here.
After a knee reconstruction, it was time to move over to Oldham. At the moment, he's recovering from one of the stubborn injuries in sports, Achilles tendon. He has been out since last season.
Just warming up before we started the game, jumped to catch the ball and my Achilles snapped. And to be honest, I thought I was going to be out for maybe 6 weeks at most, but it ended up being 10 months.
But the time off gave him the opportunity to concentrate on books, as he was balancing books and professional rugby.
My family, to be honest, are the ones who kept telling me, Lucas, you know, you gotta get something that is gonna, you know, you have to fall in love with something else and do something that once the playing career is over.
And so, books, professional rugby and family all wrapped in one. He's done a degree in coaching and sports science and has a master's in sports science as well.
I had to do everything, so it's been very, very hard. But I think with life, you know, ain't nothing easy.
Lucas feels sports management is not the best in Kenya. We should be much better in rugby from where they left it, because now there is sponsorship and better facilities.
We used to be paid, 250 Kenya shillings. That's our training session, you know. If I was at home, if we were getting the kind of like backing or whatever is going on back at home, to be honest, I'd be jumping for the sky, you know. I'd be playing ball like a madman.
And that's Lucas Onyango. Is going to go all the way, Lucas Onyango.
He made his debut for the Kenya Sevens team with the second team Shujaa at the Safari Sevens. Though he had butterflies in his tummy, the immediate former Kenya Sevens coach who was playing for Kenya, Mitch Ochola, gave him the courage to step onto the pitch.
Mitch, when I first played in my Shujaa Safari Sevens, I was in the holding area and I was sweating. And Mitch had just come from playing for the Kenya team and just passing by the holding area. I know you might not remember this, but for me, these are all the memories that made me be who I am. He just told me one simple thing: it's just the same old field, it's the same size, it's the same ball. Go out there and play the way you play for machine. Just go play your heart out.
His family has been supportive in his rugby career. Rugby is a full contact sport and may scare away the faint-hearted. But what do they feel every time he steps out for a rugby match with all the tackles and the shoving going on?
It was a horrible thing to say. So yes, definitely always in my mouth.
It's shocking.
His wife and daughter agree on one thing: that off the pitch, he's a totally different person.
He's more relaxed, he's a family man, he's a brilliant father, he plays with the children, no rugby, no tackling.
It's nice to have a daddy that plays and he's always there when you need him.
Zena is from Iran and the common language they speak in the house is English. Lucas speaks to his children in Swahili and Zena says she has no problem as she can pick out the conversations as Swahili and Arabic are not far apart.
Me being from Iraq and speaking Arabic, we have a lot of words in common and you pick it up, I think, as you go over the years. We say berid, beridi, we say tamam, you say tamam, lekin, lekini, bint, say bint, binti, is it Lucas? Yeah, binti. So I think it's either sometimes you add a letter on the end or you take a letter off, but they're very similar.
Martha is an aspiring journalist and when we finished the interview, she now became the interviewer.
How long have you been on this?
It's many years, since 1999. I think now that's 13 years. This is my 13th year I've been doing this.
This is Martha reporting from Manchester, United Kingdom.